Hi guys, this is a new week and this is a new skill. I told you last week that this week is going to be solely on SaaS and digital marketing. So whether you want to sell your digital products on KDP or you want to sell it on your own platforms, the skills in building those digital products are going to be taught this week, starting from this moment right here, Monday, 17th August, up until Friday. So we're going to be building our entrepreneurs on skills to create digital products. And aside that, we are also going to be training SaaS agents. Yes. So we are going to train our entrepreneurs in order to build SaaS products. If you've never heard of SaaS before, today is a complete guide of SaaS. And we are doing everything from Monday till Friday this week. So pay close attention. So if you are ready, let's get into it. So here are the content of today's summary. Number one, we're looking at session goals and core mindsets. The four-part validation framework. Number three, use Claude Code for market research. SaaS production specification, KDP book specification, differentiate through comparison, prepare for Wednesday. And lastly, we'll finish up with a build ready plan. Now, these are the core content we are going into today. And Wednesday, we'll start training you on the actual skills in order to build those products. So let's dive in. So part one here, we're looking at session goals and core mindsets. So today's focus is the first build methodology step. By the end of this session, you will to have a valid business idea, a defined audience, you'll be able to conduct a competitor research, and either a SaaS product requirement document or a KDP specification ready for Wednesday's build, right? Because we are building the products on Wednesday, but everything we plan from here to Wednesday leads to that very point. So we are building your ideas, product description, everything before Wednesday. And on that Wednesday, we can now start building the actual products. So this session connects market discovery with practical execution so that on Wednesday, we can begin with a clear direction rather than starting to guess around on what we are doing. But let me quickly tell you one big reason why AI business fails. Building a business using AI is actually very easy, but validation is the hard part. It is actually the hardest part. And that's the part most creators they skip. That's the part they don't put enough time into. So the point here is AI can help create products, right? In 10 seconds, in 5 seconds. But speed does not guarantee success. So most AI businesses fail because of weak demand. That's number one. Number two, an unclear audience. Even poor positioning. When it comes to weak demand, you do not make enough market research to understand whether there are actually people that pay actively for the problem you are trying to solve. So these people, if they don't pay actively for the product or the problem you are trying to solve, you're not going to get demand for that particular product. So if there is no demand, that means you are not going to drive sales. So searching for a problem that people actually are paying right now to solve, that's number one. Or if they are not paying, at least they are spending time trying to solve that problem. Like I told you before, people will easily trade their money for time. If it means they have more time, they will pay you so that you help them to solve that problem and they don't have to waste time on it. Now we give you the four-path validation framework. Number one, define the problem. Yes, customers buy outcome. Let's take, for example, if I take a piece of product and I begin to pitch this product to a potential customer, a potential buyer, and I begin to tell him how wonderful this particular product is. It's red, it's good, but I do not actually answer the most important question the customer has. And that question is, what can this particular product do for me? If you can be able to answer this question in your first 5 seconds of pitching that product to that customer, you've already sold the product. Because that is the most important question for this customer. What can this product help them to do? It's as simple as that. whatever you are trying to sell, because customers don't really care about the product. What they care about is the outcome. If I buy this, what do I achieve from buying this? That is their biggest question. So if you answer that question in the first 5 or first 10 seconds of your pitching, of your speech, of telling them about the product, then you've already sold it. A feature such as AI resume tool is not a problem statement. So a stronger definition explains the customer outcome. For example, helping university graduates create professional resume in under 10 minutes. That is more powerful than to say AI resume tool. To summarize everything and call it AI resume tool. But saying helping maybe university students or university graduates create professional resume in under 10 minutes, that is much stronger. You have more chances of selling that particular product to the target audience, because within the title, the target audience is stated. Within the title, the benefit of using that product is also clearly stated. So people have this particular problem. By reading the title already, they know that this is what they are going to get when they buy the product. Products become easier to position when they clearly solve a specific, urgent, or valuable customer problem. Next framework is identify the audience. Specific audiences improve marketing. Yes, everyone is not a useful target market, and you need to understand this. You wrote a book, it can be for everyone. You made a digital product, it can be for everyone. You have to be specific even when you are trying to create. Before you even start creating the product, you need to know who that product is meant for. Narrow it down to a single person that product is meant for. Not even a group of people, not a community, not an entire country. Narrow it down to a single person, a single individual that product is meant for. Because if you can solve the problem for that individual, I can tell you there are 1,000 people just like that person that needs that exact product. A stronger audience might be, for example, a university, still on the resume, right? A stronger audience might be university graduates in Africa applying for internship. That is an audience. That is who we are creating a product for example. So it clearly shows who this target audience are. Specificity clarifies customer needs. It does, it in fact, it clarifies it. It shows clearly what the customer needs are. Specificity also clarifies language, channels, pricing, and messaging. So the more precisely an audience is defined, the easier it becomes to reach and persuade potential users. The next framework is study current alternatives. Yes, existing spending signal demand. So research how people are currently solving that problem today. Once you identify a problem, you have to know that somebody already have developed a solution for that problem, or people are already constantly trying to solve the problem. Now, what you need to do is not to shy away or to run away because you feel somebody already has solved that problem. And the next thing you think, oh, if I provide my solution to this problem, how would I be able to outsell my competitors? That's not even where you should be focusing your energy on. You just need to know how these problems are being solved right now as you are creating that product, as you are creating that SaaS product or that digital product. How are these problems, right? How are they solved now? So that when you create your product, you can use the solution they are currently you can use the solution or pieces of the solution they are currently using now. I mean your customers, how they are solving the problem. You can use that piece of information, apply it to your product, and even more. So research how people solve the problem. Alternatives, for example, in this resume may include Canva. People are using Canva to create their resumes. Obviously, people are using resume.io to create their resume. People are also going on Fiverr, Upwork, or different freelancing platforms and paying freelancers to create resumes for them. People are using spreadsheets. People are using manual processes to create resume. These are current ways whereby people solve the problem of creating a resume. Now, understanding what is out there, the solutions that are out there, you will know how to produce your own product. You will know how to manufacture your own product. If we are creating an AI builder, right? We are building an AI resume builder, and you understand that there are different builders out there. You research about them and know how people solve their current resume issues using those resume builders that are out there. Then you can be able to strategize your own product to outsell them based on complaints, feature recommendations by customers, and so many other marketing research tools that you use in order to outsell your competitors. Lastly, here is establish differentiation. A clear advantage earns attention. A clear advantage, it does give you attention. If you can get attention, you can also get consideration. If you get enough attention on your product, then people start to consider it. And consideration builds interest. The more people consider your product, the more interest or interested they become. The more interested it builds. And if people are interested, enough people are interested, what next? Sales. So the first thing you do is to create a slight advantage, a slight differentiation between your solution and the one that currently exists in the market. That's what's going to give you attention. Now, let's go back to using Claude for market research. Now, we are going to turn our idea into a market investigation. Now, what you're going to do right now is to use Claude because obviously, I can't stress, I've already been telling you that one of the best tools for market research, when you want to conduct a research on a particular product or a particular market, one of the best tools to use is simply Claude. So we are going to use this Claude to conduct an investigation on the idea of the product you want to make. Act as a startup researcher. I want to build, you put your eye there. This is the product you want to build. This is the exact thing you want to build, right? And you go ahead and tell it, identify the target audience, top competitors, competitor strengths, competitor weaknesses, market gaps, features users repeatedly request, and opportunity score out of 10. These are key areas that you need to focus your market research on for that particular digital or SaaS product you want to build. Now, you will run a competitor research for either your SaaS or digital products plan or digital product ideas. If you are leaning more towards SaaS, you go ahead and conduct SaaS products on maybe AI resume builder if that's what you want to build, if that's a SaaS product you want to build. And by the way, if you're able to build something like this, you can charge your audience or your clients, let's say, you can charge your customers every single month on subscription basis. Yes, you can charge them $4 per month. You can charge them $10 per month. You can charge them even 5,000 CFA per month. So it all depends on your competitor prices and what is actually available in the market. So what SaaS products can you create? We're looking at, for example, AI resume builder, which I've talked about, a lesson planner for teachers, creating a lesson planner where teachers just put in their topics and this lesson planner generates lessons for them with maybe colors, images, and so on and so forth, right? Content generator for content creators. You want to build a software that can generate content for creators or invoice creator, right? So these are just examples of SaaS products that you can build. But by all means, go ahead before you even choose a SaaS product that you want to build and then conduct a market research just as this. Before you go ahead and choose a SaaS product, make sure that you ask AI to give you list. You can say 20, however much number you need, 20 different SaaS products you can create in your niche. Now make sure that the ones you pick, you validate those particular products. Validation entails both making sure that there are particular pain points that customers need solutions for, and that your products directly solves that problem. Added to that, customers are actively paying for solutions just like the one you are trying to create. Now, this applies both for SaaS products and digital products. SaaS products and digital products. KDP, or let's say digital products, for example, are like children's coloring book. If you are selling this on Amazon KDP, conduct a market research for this. And I'm just giving you an example for a KDP. If it is not a children's coloring book, it can be just an ebook. If you are just selling digital products, maybe not on Amazon, but on a different platform, maybe your own social media accounts, if you have grown a number of followers. But even if you have zero followers online, I tell you, you don't have any online followers, nobody's following you, nothing, no YouTube, nothing. You could still be making ridiculous money on Amazon KDP if you know how to write. If you just know how to write, just know how to write. Ridiculous money. KDP ideas, you're looking at children's coloring book. Another one could be budget planner, career guide, or AI productivity workbook. These are all products that you can create. Part one, you're looking at SaaS product specification. Now, we are going to build a product requirement document. Yes, this document explains what the product you're trying to create, what it does, who it is going to serve, and the main features of the product, the user's journey, and success metrics. These are key areas that needs to be addressed inside of your requirement document. So before you go ahead and create that product, we are going to create a requirements document for that product. So that by Wednesday, when we want to actually create the product, we just go ahead and reference the product requirement document in order to create the actual product. So uploading this product requirement document into AI, maybe Claude, right? It can help us now generate the product that we are looking for, or at least give us step-by-step process in order to generate these products. So creating a product requirement document must explain what the product does inside of the document, who that product is serving, the main features of the product, and the success metrics. So the PRD transforms a broad idea into a focused specification that guides our Wednesday build session. Now we are going to define as well the marginal viable product, the MVP. Now, it's very good to start with 3 to 5 features. When we are defining our MVP, when we are defining our marginal product, it's very important to start with 5 features. For an AI resume builder, for example, right? The initial feature set could include a resume generator. That's one of the features that will be inside of this particular software we are building. A resume generator, a resume template, a PDF export. These are key features, right? Another one could be AI suggestions and a cover letter generator. Now, it's very important to define success when you want to start an online business, whether it is SaaS, digital products, even faceless content and UGC, or AI service agency. Whatever online business that you are trying to start, it's very important to define what success looks like. For example, creating a realistic target allows you to celebrate that goal or that target once it is hit. It gives you that knowledge that you are actually making progress. That is if you set the target from the beginning. For example, I'm going to make 100 sales this month. I'm going to collect 100 emails this month. I'm going to achieve 50 subscribers this month, 100 subscribers this month. When you actually hit that target, you will be so happy because that to you is success. But once you don't set that target, you will not be able to appreciate your small victories. Now we are going into KDP book specification. We are talking about validation. Define who will buy this book. So a book topic becomes more valuable when its intended reader is specific. So specifying who a product is for or is meant for allows you to even give it a better title. Now, this is the prompt you are going to use in order to make this particular research. You tell Claude, or you just write, analyze the Amazon KDP for, give it a book topic, right? And then under that, provide number one, top competing books, common themes, missing topics, opportunities, suggested titles. These areas, these five key areas, are very important before you even go ahead and write any sentence. Create the book specification. So turn the idea into a manageable outline. Now, a book specification should include a working title, reader profile, super important, problem solved, chapter outline, recommended length, and bonus research. These are all things that should be included in your book specification. Increase reader value. Add practical resources to your book. If you are creating a KDP product, make sure you add practical resources to your book. What am I talking about? First of all, I will tell you, if you are creating an ebook or a KDP book that is more than 60 pages, you are clearly wasting your time. Clearly, you are wasting your time. People want the shortest path to the solution. So, creating a book of 200 pages, 300 pages, nobody's going to read all that. People that pay for a solution, they want that solution instantly once they buy your product. So, a KDP book of 30 to 60 pages, it's okay. More than that, you are just nobody's reading. Even the 60 pages, your potential clients or customers may not even read throughout the whole thing. Some people just swipe and glance through it and find out the important parts and take the information there and do what they want to do with it. Now, again, this 60 to 30 to 60 pages depends on the topic and the format you're writing with, right? Because of some certain formats or fonts, it may be more than 30. But exceeding 60, again, is very, very risky. Things like templates, checklists, and worksheets, right, can make the content or the product or the book more actionable, improve customer satisfaction. Differentiate through comparison. Super important. Competitor analysis workshop. Compare the customer experience. So you should evaluate proposed solution against relevant competitors across pricing, AI capabilities, and local focus. These are four very, very important metrics when you are conducting a competitor analysis. The products you are trying to make, there are already solutions existing in the market. Those solutions are your competitors because you are trying to also create a solution for the same problem they have already created a solution for. You are trying to create solution for the same problem they have also created solutions for. So that makes them your direct competitors. Now, before you go ahead and create that same solution or your own solution, your version or solution, you should conduct a competitor analysis based on these four metrics. Number one is usability. Number two, pricing, AI capabilities, and local focus. So the goal is not to copy what they are doing. No. The goal is to identify an underserved need and define an advantage that customers can understand. That slight advantage is what is going to make them switch. Number seven here, prepare for Wednesday. Because I told you, Wednesday, we are actually building these products. So, what are you going to do in order to prepare for Wednesday? Now, we are going to first of all verify our SaaS accounts. These are different accounts you should prepare down before Wednesday. Now, if you are going for SaaS products, number one, get your GitHub account ready, your Claude account ready, your Superbase account ready. Just sign up on all these platforms and sign up and get your account ready. Your Stripe account, if you don't have Stripe account, I would like a Payoneer or Grey. Payoneer or Grey account. Then also get your Vessel account, your V0 account ready. Right? So these different accounts, if you are going for SaaS products, these are what we are going to be using for our SaaS product. Also, And we give you a GitHub repository where you can be able to download Claude Code. Yes, normally Claude Code, if you want to subscribe for Claude for a month, that's $17. And we know we are not spending anything here. I'm going to give you a GitHub repository that has nearly 20,000 stars. So definitely creators and developers like and appreciate that particular software. So it is Claude Code, but for free. So I'm going to drop the repository in the comment section. If you are going for KDP accounts or KDP products or digital products in general, especially KDP, the accounts you are going to start creating is Amazon KDP accounts. So go ahead, sign up on Amazon and create KDP accounts, right? Your tax information. Submit your tax information for verification on Amazon. Very, very important because those are things that would be very necessary if you are going to do anything payment wise. Then payout information, complete them as well. Create a Canva account because that's where you are going to create those book covers and the rest of them. If you have a little bit of cash, you can sign up on this platform and put it on the screen here. You can basically get Canva account for relatively small dollars, And then GitHub repository, create a new GitHub repository, okay? So these are different platforms or accounts that need to be ready before Wednesday. Now, you need to submit this to me. You can send it through my email or you can just drop this as a document in the comment section below if you are ready for Wednesday. This is what you have to do in terms of market research. Drop it down in the comment section or send it to my email. Now, if you are going for SaaS products, you need to submit a problem statement. That's number one. A competitor analysis, target audience, complete product requirements document, and at least 3 to 5 core features of that SaaS product you want to create. Use the prompts outlined there to create all of these things. Put them in a document, preferably a Word document, and read them. Right? Read them, compile them in a Word document, and save it to your phone. You can send it to me. I'll go through it. I will check, validate. Then on Wednesday, we know you are ready to create the product. So again, for SaaS students, if you know you want to create SaaS products, focus on these things. Open Claude, research about problem statements, right? Give me your problem statement for that particular product you're trying to make. A competitor analysis, target audience for that product, a complete product requirement documentation of that product, right? And 3 to 5 features of the product. Now, if you are going for KDP or even digital products generally, you should conduct topic validation, right? Again, we are using Claude for all our market research, competitor analysis, a reader profile, chapter outline, and complete book specification. So that's it, guys, for today's summary. We've gone ahead and see everything in terms of building SaaS products and so on. So if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and also press that subscribe button for me. It really helps the channel to grow. Don't forget to drop the document down in the comment section below, or you can simply send me an email. Right? I'll put my email in the description below so that you can forward me these documents. I'll read and validate so that before Wednesday you can be ready. See you guys next time.